So I'm going to be reviewing a Sabertrio lightsaber, one of the highest quality lightsabers you can buy. Let's get into it. But first, if you want to buy yourself a very cheap, high-quality lightsaber that is made by the Tux brand, then I'd recommend you check by the store Anna Sabers. They are my affiliate store, and if you want to support the channel and buy an awesome saber like this one, or the Mandalorian S9 hilt, which I will be reviewing soon, then make sure you use coupon code COOLCOBY149 at checkout for a 5% discount, and you will be supporting my channel. So thank you. Anyways, let's get back to the review. So in today's video, I'm basically going to be giving a generic overview of this lightsaber. I'm not going to give a complete guide on how to use it. If you're curious or you're having issues with your Sabertrio lightsaber, please check the description where I have linked a flowchart on how to use all the saber functionalities, because there are a lot. So in my hand, I am currently holding the Sabertrio Vahlken, which is one of the many hilts they offer on their store. All of their hilts and designs are very high quality and made of high quality aluminum and or other material that you get with your lightsaber. This specific hilt is weathered, as you can see, which I will give my opinion on the weathering later in this video. That is inside of the Sabertrio lightsaber is their CFX core, which is the core that I would personally recommend for the average consumer looking for a high quality saber like this. Let's start by rating the quality of the actual hilt. It is definitely a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. The hilt quality on these are absolutely fantastic. They are sturdy, they don't bend, there's no air pockets. There's no clear nicks or knacks that are on the saber other than the ones that are intentionally added for the weathered effect. And they come apart very easily. If you need to charge the saber, you can twist off the bottom cap here for this specific hilt, though I think most hilts are the same for Sabertrio. Pop out the bottom and you will see the charging port. These hilts are made to work perfectly with the cores that they install and are definitely the most higher quality hilts I've held before. LGT and other reseller companies do make some high quality hilts as well, but they usually make really high quality replica hilts. So if you're looking for a lightsaber hilt that is quite basic, streamlined, and very useful for that swingability, then I would definitely recommend the Sabertrio hilts. Now let's get into the functionality of the saber. This lightsaber is a CFX Neopixel. They use their own cores and manufacture their own cores at Sabertrio, and so all of the sound fonts and everything that you're getting inside of it are ones that you would not normally experience when buying from any other store. They are also very high quality sounds, as shown here. This sound font that you're hearing currently is the Darth Plagueis sound font. It's a very gritty sound font, perfect for any Sith lover. This saber also has motion controls, and can be turned off and on by twisting the hilt slightly. Now, however, and this is where one of my complaints for the saber comes in, the motion controls to turn on the lightsaber don't work very well. They do work. You do have to fingle it a little bit, and turning it off is a lot simpler, but that is one complaint I have, as shown there. Turning on the lightsaber motion control wise is very frustrating. But as with many other Neopixel lightsabers, you are also able to change the color and sound font of the lightsaber. For this, they have a 2-button system. Back here, this dot you see is the second button, and up front you have your main ignition button. If you hold the back button for a couple seconds,
sound bank selection,
you will enter the sound bank area. I'm holding it with my hands so you don't hear it currently. This is the area. You'll hear this sound effect. And you can switch between sound fonts by either clicking the front button or the back button. If you click the front button, you will skip forward, and if you click the back button, you'll skip back. So, after the sound font, which was Darth Plagueis I was on, I can skip to the next one.
Traitor!
This is the baton that is used in Episode 7 against Finn. And to confirm your selection, you just hold the button back here until you hear a noise which confirms the sound font you picked. You can also check the battery by clicking the back button, and it was shown in this nice screen where after it starts losing some battery, this will start going down and flickering until eventually it reaches here and your saber needs a recharge. I'd recommend not letting it get to here before you letting your saber charge. Oh, you can see right here, flickering. I would recommend that you charge it before it dies out, and I'd recommend that every time you do use the lightsaber and charge it, that you give it a full charge. And now that I've changed the sound font, it is now to that sound font that I previously selected. This is the Trader sound font, again based off that Electro Baton, and it is one of my favorite on this lightsaber. I totally recommend this lightsaber functionality to anyone, and I'm definitely giving it at least a 10 out of 10. At least. The saber functionality is awesome, and the only complaint I have, which is quite minimal, is the motion controls not being 100% perfect. Now let's talk about something that a lot of you might be interested in, which is the actual core itself. Now that I've talked about the functionality and the hilt, you might be wondering what is the quality of the core in the lightsaber. Is it duct taped together, or is it one solid nice material? Well, I'm happy to report that it is one solid nice material. And if you want to pull it out, all you have to do is unscrew the bottom like I did, and then pull out the core itself here. You can pull it out actually quite far before it stops letting you pull it out, and it allows you to access the charging port and the battery if you keep pulling it out. There is an elastic or something here that prevents it from being fully pulled out though, but just to be safe, don't actually fully pull out the core. In this way as well, if you buy the Profi version of this lightsaber, you can also access the SD card and the board and do modifications that way. However, if you buy a CFX saber, you can modify sound fonts, lights, and ignitions via the Sabertrio interface when you use the CFX saber and not the Profi. So if you want to mod your saber and you're not very good at it, I would totally recommend the CFX saber, like the one that you see here, because modding the sound fonts is apparently very easy. I haven't done it myself. I don't do it on any of my lightsabers to keep them as stock as possible for reviews like this. However, very high quality core. I'm also going to be giving it a 10 out of 10. And now I'm going to be showing you how bright this lightsaber is in the dark. This is an Ahsoka Tano based sound font. Very nice quality as well. I don't see any dark spots in the blade, by the way. I haven't dueled with this lightsaber for this review. But yeah, it's very bright. As you can see, I'm bringing it around my room. It basically lights up my entire room, and it is a very, very expensive flashlight. So yes, this will definitely light up your whole room, and you can definitely tell the difference. When I turn it off, everything goes quite dark. I can't see anything. Oh no, I need a flashlight. Ahsoka to come save the day. Now, I also should mention that when you turn on your lightsaber, you can not only affect the color of the sound font you're currently selected on, because I could change this color to be something different. I can also change it to have different ignition types and different blade effects. Currently, it's the Kylo Ren sound font, as you can hear, so it's quite unstable. However, you could change this to be a stable Kylo Ren sound font that's blue if you wanted to. Again, if you want to learn how to do that, click the link below. There's a flowchart that shows you what button presses are required for that. And if you do change the sound font, it will return that sound font back to normal after you've changed it. So be wary once you change a sound font. You can't change out of it unless you want to lose your current preset that you have on that lightsaber. So overall, I'm going to be giving this lightsaber a 10 out of 10. It is the highest quality lightsaber that you can buy on the lightsaber stores. However, there are some things that you need to know before you purchase a saber like this. This is definitely a specialty saber and should not be the first lightsaber that you purchase unless you only plan on buying one saber. And there's a couple reasons for this. For one, even though you can get heavy grade blades, Neopixels aren't necessarily for dueling. I would recommend RGB sabers for that. And so if you plan on dueling with the lightsaber, this might not be your best pick. As well, Sabertrio lightsabers are quite expensive and can have quite long shipping times if you are not buying a ready-to-ship saber. This is one of their ready-to-ship sabers. That's why this pommel is a weird gold color, and so is the button. And it is as high as quality as it can get for being a ready-to-ship saber. However, if you buy a custom saber, as stated, it's gonna have really long shipping. The shipping, I've heard, can take 6 months to a year if you're buying a custom hilt, which, yes, you can customize the hilts, check the store. But unless you're buying a ready-to-ship saber, you're gonna have that really long shipping time. So that's con number 1. You're gonna have really long shipping times, and again, another con, which will be dependent on person to person, is the price. This lightsaber cost me $600+ and I had to pay $100 to get it imported into my country from Malaysia, which is where they're based in. I find that quite ridiculous, but I blame Canada more than I blame Malaysia. So you're going to have to keep that in mind, is that there are going to be import fees as well as the super high cost you pay up front. But now that I have the lightsaber, now that I've brought it to conventions, showed it off, now I've done a review. I've owned this for like 2 months and I haven't done a review of it yet. It is absolutely fantastic. And if you're interested in a custom built, high quality lightsaber, then I would definitely check out the Sabertrio store. So that's it for today's video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and if you want to support the channel, you can do one of many things. You can subscribe, you can like the video, you can watch my videos, and of course, have an awesome day. Also, I forgot to mention, the sound quality is incredible. How could I forget this? It's like the one reason why it's so good. The sound is so good. Like, how could I forget that? Ah!